Hey guys, what's going on? We're back to do the Eastern Conference version of our predictions. First, we got the #1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the 8 seed
Chicago Bulls.
Yes, blanked there for a second, but
yeah,
the Bulls seem like they always sneak in, get that 8 seed. When they faced Boston in the first round last year,
they sent it to 7.
Exactly, and they almost won.
They did. They were that close to beating them.
So you can't count out a team like Chicago. Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah.
Oh my God, he's been very good this year, Derrick Rose. I mean, and I think that I think they're going to send it. They're going to send it to 6, maybe 7, because I actually have that much faith in Derrick Rose and the Bulls. Considering what they did last year, no one thought they were going to take Boston to 7. So I actually think Cleveland's going to win again because with LeBron James, he knows what to do. I think they're going to win in 7. I think they're going to take them to 7 as well, just like they did with Boston. But I think Cleveland's going to come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, they showed last year that they can play with anybody. That they're not going to back down. But I'm taking there's too much experience for Cleveland with LeBron. They picked up Shaq now. They got Big Z back.
He just came back from his injury. I mean, Shaq did. So who knows how much he's actually going to back the game. He still can. He still can.
I think I'm going to take the Cavs. I'm going to take them in 6 games. I still think they've been there before. They're going to get right down to business. LeBron's going to put the team on his back like he always does and is going to go get the win and move on to the next round. So I'm going to take the Cavs.
All right. Next matchup is Charlotte at Orlando. That's going to be another. I mean, Charlotte, Bobcats. It's again we were saying earlier in another vid. That's the first time getting to the playoffs with Brown at the head coach. And going against Dwight Howard and going up against like Rashard Lewis and whoever else they got. I think that Orlando, they've been there before. They made it to the finals last year, so I want to take Orlando. I think Orlando's actually going to win pretty quick. They're going to win in 5. They're going to lose 1 game in Charlotte, but other than that, I think Orlando's going to win their home games and they're going to win a couple games in Charlotte. So
definitely.
I think 5 games, Orlando's going to be able to move on.
I think
have a couple of days rest.
Yeah, I mean Orlando's they're just gonna. I think they're gonna run over Charlotte.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlotte's a young team. I think there's too young, hardly any playoff experience.
Yep.
Orlando, Dwight Howard, like you said, Rashard
couple
Lewis.
Of years they've been there. So.
Jameer Nelson. I think this is the only series. I'm gonna say it's a sweep.
Sweep? It's possible. It's very possible.
I'm gonna say Charlotte gets just run over. There's not enough veterans on that team, I don't think, to combat what the Magic are able to do.
They got to stop Dwight Howard. That's the thing they got to really do.
And Orlando's another team that has a great bench. They have Jason Williams coming off the bench. Players like that. So I think they're gonna have an easy time with Charlotte.
It's very possible. All right. So the next matchup we got is Milwaukee and Atlanta. I think Atlanta's probably the better team, obviously, because the Bucks, they haven't really been in the playoffs that often either. But now they got they got rid of Garnett a while ago, but that was the Timberwolves. Sorry. They have a couple young guys that they help them get to the playoffs. But I think Atlanta with Josh Johnson and the other players, that they'll be able to win. But I think Milwaukee, even though it's the first time, they're going to be able to get a couple wins. I think Atlanta's going to win in 6 games. They're going to be able to move on. But I think Milwaukee's going to give them a little bit of trouble, especially at home in Milwaukee.
I mean, I think it'll be an interesting series, no doubt. Bucks haven't never been there before, and plus, Brandon Jennings probably up there for Rookie of the Year with Tyreek Evans. He's had a great season for the Bucks, but I just think the Bucks losing Andrew Bogut for the rest of the season, and he's not going to play. So I think it's going to be tough to defend down low. They got Al Horford down there. So we'll see what happens, but I think the Hawks are just going to be too much with Josh Smith. He can post up and drive, and he should be able to control the series. So I'm going to take the Atlanta Hawks in 5 games. I think in this one, I think the Bucks will be able to squeak out a home win, but it's going to be tough for them to get by.
Definitely. All right, so the final matchup, and probably the closest matchup, is Miami and Boston. Both these teams are pretty good, and they've been in the playoffs a lot, so you can't go on experience. But if you could look at Boston, they got basically the same core players that they've had the last couple of seasons. Look at Miami, they still got Dwayne Wade and everyone, so this is actually going to be a very difficult matchup.
Definitely.
It could go either way. Boston has the home court, I guess, advantage, being the higher seed, but I think it's possible this game goes into 7 games. I think
Yeah,
it's
I
very
think
possible.
definitely possible.
It's probably the game that would possibly go to 7, other than maybe Chicago and Cleveland, or yeah. So I'm actually going to take I'm going to take Boston because they've won a lot of big games.
Yeah.
Like 7. If it goes to 7, then they have a little more experience. Obviously with Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Kevin Garnett. So I'm going to take Boston 7.
Yeah, I mean, Boston's the better team, no doubt. Home field advantage is going to help. Paul Pierce, the big 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna. I mean, it's going to be a tough series, no doubt, because Dwayne Wade steps up in the playoffs. He's won an NBA title before, so he knows what's on the line with him, Jermaine O'Neal, and all those guys. We'll see what happens, but I think Boston will come out victorious, and I'm going to say 7 games as well, because I think that they're going to be able to take them to the brink. Like I said, Dwayne Wade is going to be able to carry the team, and I just think that Boston's experience will be too much in the end. But I really don't see Boston going much further after that. They've struggled a lot this year, getting older, so we'll see how it goes. But I think it's going to be Boston in 7 games.
All right, so those are our picks for the Eastern Conference. We'll see how right or probably wrong we are going into the second round of the playoffs. So we'll just have to wait and see. Watch the playoffs. They'll be coming up soon.
Definitely.
All right, so thanks for watching. We'll have more videos. See you later.